Kat Miller here again with Blue Iris Learning Center, and today we're going to talk about your abundance, connecting you to your abundance, building switch phrases with switch words and diffusing words, bringing it all together, making them work for you. And we're going to get deep into Kat's catitudes here, because catitude is everything. Subscribe to our channel here in order to know when we're doing more videos and to help us know that we're appreciated. Okay, so we've covered in the last couple of episodes a little bit about the abundance switch words and using violet around your wrist to help separate you when you're trying to check things out and come up with the proper switch phrase or a proper switch phrase. Because I don't like to say the proper switch phrase, because there are probably many different ones that can be used in any circumstance. And it's okay if you come up with something different from what I come up with. That's just fine. So what I wanted to do is address abundance in switch phrases now. And I wanted to combine the muscle testing with the switch words to see what shows up for us on abundance. And so I'm going to start off looking for the first switch word that comes up. A. We want the switch word is either A, B, C, or D. So we go again, A. So it starts with A. The switch word starts with A. For the first switch word in the phrase I'm going to develop right now, I look at the switch words and I start to read through to see which one comes up. Abide. Abide is the first switch word. So abide. And so we're going to start our switch phrase with abide. Now we're going to look for what's the next. First of all, I'll ask about more, and there are more. Remember, I'm using weakness to lead me where I want to go. So now we want to go A, E, E, F. So F is coming up. And immediately to my mind came the switch word, or excuse me, the diffusing word, fountain. So I'll check it. Fountain. Fountain is the next word. So we have abide and fountain. Just to back up a little bit on abide. Abide is about accepting and residing within all that is, and it's about fulfilling wishes. And just to talk a little bit about what abide means there, why is it that you have to accept and reside within all that is? Because if you don't accept what is, you can't move forward. You are where you are right now. Accept it. Embrace it. Be with it. And then you can begin to move forward and fulfill wishes. So abide there. In the episode where I talked about the diffusing words and switch words for abundance, fountain came up, and that's about an ever-rolling supply. There's so much more in fountain, and you can look up the diffusing word fountain on our diffusing words list, and so you can do that and get a little bit more about what that is. So now we have two words in this switch phrase. Let's check and see what else shows. There's more. So A, E, I, O, O, P, P. So the next switch word starts with a P. Let's look at the ones that we presented before, because I kind of think that maybe something there will show up. We had plenty, and we had plethora. Look at that, plethora, plethora. So abide, fountain, plethora. What fun it is to play with this and see where it goes. Now, let's look for the next one. First of all, is it complete? Now, we want to do more testing. So, now again, we go A, E. So we're starting with E, and we go E, F, G. It starts with a G. And if we look back at what we have gold. Maybe it's gold. Gold. Awesome. So now we have gold. And so now we have abide, fountain, plethora, and gold. I'm not going to remember the whole switch phrase.
That's what I write it down.
But we'll have it for you. And so now we've got that. Are there more? Yes, there's more. So once again, A, E, I, O, U. U, V, W. What did we have that was W's? Let's look. We had windfall, windfall, windfall. Great. There's another switch word, and this kind of happens with me, where I have a word come into my mind as one to utilize, and then I'll check it and use it. And so sometimes I don't wind up going through that whole process to see another one. And the switch word that just came up, which is not one of them I presented in the other video, is bonus. Let's check it. Bonus. Bonus is the next switch word. And that's about having extra, something that you didn't expect to come. You got a bonus. And so bonus. And that can relate to money. It can relate to relationships. Abundance. And so bonus. Now we check to see if we are complete. I'm not getting complete. And so we start again. A, E, I. I comes up, and I is what it starts with. And the first word that came into my mind was idea. Let me check. Idea is a diffusing word. Oh, not idea. How about invest? Invest. That's about showing devotion. So it makes sense to me that it would be part of this switch phrase, because you want to be devoted to whatever it takes to bring about your abundance. And then let's see if we're complete. I'm not getting complete. There is a switch word that's come to me that I use so very often, and I end a lot of switch phrases with it. Be. Be. Be is about being in peace, in wellness, unaffected by others, unaffected by negative energy, just being. And now let's check and see if we are complete. We're complete. So there's a switch phrase for abundance. And we've got that all set up for you. And we'll go back and give you the full switch phrase. So there you have it. A switch phrase for abundance. Abide, fountain, plethora, gold, windfall, bonus, invest, be. Abide, fountain, plethora, gold, windfall, bonus, invest, be. What fun. A switch phrase created just now, just for all of you. Isn't this a lot of fun? I totally love playing with switch words, seeing what comes up when I use muscle testing and such. I did that actually with this. It's a fun mug that we put an energy circle on. It's available through Simply Divine Creations. Simply Divine Creations is a place that has exclusive access to my creations for making energy circles and creating mugs and plaques and whatever, utilizing the energy circles. And so this is kind of fun. I am gold. I love that. I am gold. I am is a very, very strong creative phrase. We don't use it as a switch word because I am creates whatever follows it. If you say I am sick, you are creating being sick. However, if you say I am gold, you are creating that you are experiencing enduring rewards, that you are in your integrity, all of the things that gold represents, you are saying you are about. So that's why this particular mug says that, is because it's all about your abundance, connecting to your abundance. Now let's look at one more switch phrase relating to abundance, because sometimes there are things we need to let go, things we need to do in order to let it in, because sometimes we have been feeling so desperate that we're not letting the abundance in. Okay, let's look at a second switch phrase here for working with abundance. We talked about waste and how when you are connected to your abundance, you tend to be willing to waste. You're willing to let go of things beyond what it is that you need because you're in abundance. So let's look at waste. Let's look at the suffer that we talked about before, which is suffer is all about doing what it takes to be in the space of abundance, to be in the space of prosperity. And so I think what I would like to do is maybe build a switch phrase around those two switch words and see what else comes up as we do that. And so let us begin. Let's start checking the number, or the letters. A, E, I, O, U. U, V, W. Waste. Imagine that. We wanted a switch phrase that includes that, and so it wants to start it. Okay. Waste. Let's look for what is next. A, E, I, O, O, P, Q, R, S. Suffer. Let's put them together at the beginning. Waste and suffer. Now, let's look into what else might show for this switch phrase that we're creating to help us to allow abundance. Okay? So next we go. A, E, E, F, G, H. H is the next, what the next word starts with. So let's go to the H's and see where we go. The H's, let's look, and the word that comes to me is a diffusing word, and it's hubristic. Hubristic. It's about diffusing and releasing repetitive negative patterns. And it's about stopping yourself from relearning the same lesson over and over again. Hubristic, that is asking you to let go of all the things that you have been looking at and working on that are not working for you. It's not been working. If you have continued to do what you've always done and it's never brought what it is that you want, you've been being hubristic. That is what hubristic is about. It's reminding you that it's hubristic to continue in old patterns. And so let's check. Maybe that's all that we need in this switch phrase. Let's check. Are there more? I had that flipped back to the normal. But more switch words. So let's check and see if there are additional switch words and diffusing words, or if we have the phrase complete. It shows complete. So there we have it. Waste, suffer, hubristic. Short and sweet, easy to remember. We tend to remember things in threes, so it's a good number for switch words. If you're going to be doing a switch phrase, repeating a switch phrase over and over, 3 words makes a really good length of switch phrase for that. So there you have it. A couple of switch phrases for working with abundance, for bringing you abundance, allowing yourself to have abundance. Thank you for watching us, and I trust that this has been helpful for you. And play around with the switch phrases we just made and see what they do for you. See how well they work for you. I look forward to working with you again. Please remember, subscribe so we know that we're helping you, so we know that we have an audience and we can continue to produce more videos. Thank you.